All right, guys, we're going to go back here with Stephen Jones and Jerry Jones, Will McClay, and talk about the next coaching candidates, baby. Hey, what's up, everybody? We're back. Had a little bye week myself. Cowboys had 10 days off. So, had to, collect myself and, just take some time off from this, Cowboys not having a good season. But today, we're going to talk about 10 coaching candidates to replace Jason Garrett once and for all. This is serious. Got more time. Let's get right into this list. Let's not jack around. All right. So, first coach that we're going to talk about, Nick Saban. All right. Is he a possibility? This is a name here that's going to obviously always come up for coaching candidates for the NFL. This could be his season. Didn't have a very good season considering, they dropped out of the college football playoff. And could this be the right moment for him to come back to the NFL? We'll see about that. Would he get along with Jerry Jones? I don't know about this one because you really, when you think about Saban, he runs I think a tighter ship than Belichick. So does he want to deal with the headaches of the NFL? So that one, I don't know. Chris Peterson is the other one that we're going to talk about. The ties there with Boise State. Cowboys have drafted a lot of these average players, we're being honest. Maybe DeMarcus Lawrence might be the better one of the whole group of these guys we've drafted. And but that's where that's why his name's coming up. All right, that the whole Boise State, Washington, keeping continuity, possibly keeping Kellen Moore. That one, I'm not so sure I'm hung on that one. The next one, Lincoln Riley, fan favorite, obviously for good reason. He wins, and that's all he does is win. All right, so will the Cowboys make, that leap? Will they roll the dice on one of these collegiate coaches that don't have real NFL experience? And that's the big question. And Stephen Jones kind of hinted that maybe not. Maybe not. So, but this is a name that definitely has ties to the Cowboys. A fan favorite, like I said. So that's one. The next one here that has really had a lot of momentum behind him, Urban Meyer. Okay, Ohio State. And he would love to take this job. All right, I think he would do really well, offensively speaking, especially with Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott. If you think about the types of quarterbacks Urban Meyer has had over his career running that spread offense, and obviously coming to the NFL, it won't be 100% spread, but he knows how to utilize these quarterbacks, all of them, and the running game as well. So big offensive lines, athletic, strong. He sends a lot of them to the NFL, and defensively as well. Pretty stout defenses. He knows what he wants in the defense. A good line, some beef as well on that line. We as fans have been screaming for some more beef on that defensive line, especially in the middle. Defensive tackles, we've been screaming for probably a decade now. All right, and for good reason. We've been too soft there. All right, but Urban Meyer, I think is a complete package as far as what he wants on the offensive side, what he likes on the defensive side. I think it would be a good fit. All right. The next one, obviously, Jim Harbaugh. He would probably fit more of what Stephen Jones kind of hinted at, as far as a coach with NFL coaching experience and Super Bowl appearance. So Jim Harbaugh, success on both sides, collegiate and NFL, getting the Super Bowl. That's a good one. So, that's one. Mike McCarthy, Green Bay Packers. This would be another coach that fits that same mold. You're looking more at an offensive philosophy change, probably. More of a West Coast type of offense. But that could work really good with the players that we have right now. Dak, Amari, Amari would be familiar with the terminology, obviously, coming from the Raiders, running that West Coast. So that would be a smooth transition there. Randall Cobb, he's familiar. If you decide to keep him for another season, I would. And he's someone that commands the room. He can lead men. All right, and I think he would be able to put together a very good staff. So Mike McCarthy is another one to watch. The next one, obviously, Ron Rivera. Okay, when the Cowboys are having these meetings behind closed doors, Ron Rivera is probably a name that has come up. We know that Jerry Jones likes to reach out to Barry Switzer, Bill Parcells. So, for me, I would think Bill Parcells would probably give Ron Rivera a recommendation. Same type of philosophy. Aggressive, gritty, and can lead these men. All right, and a defensive-minded coach. And they hold a lot of value on the defensive tackle position. Obviously, you do have to spend some draft picks, some significant ones there, and they did that there with the Panthers. And they bring a lot of pressure from the middle. You bring a lot of pressure from the middle, you're able to really open up a lot of things for your ends. Your linebackers are able to move around some more. Right now, these guys are getting blown up. I think a lot of these linebackers are getting a little bit too much heat on them. Jalen, Sean Lee, Joe Thomas. I mean, it's hard to move around when you're getting blown the heck out from these big linemen. So Ron Rivera, I think, will be a very good fit for the Cowboys, and I think he's been able to put together good staffs. Would he bring North Turner with him? All right. And if not, maybe as an advisory role, you might be able to keep that going there. With that, I think that would be a good staff to roll with, and that kind of thing. So the other one that has come up is Mike Holmgren. He has shown interest as well. Would he get an interview? Possibly. But you're talking about one of these old school coaches that has been mothballed for a while now. So has he been away from the game too long? That would be my biggest question on Mike Holmgren. But definitely has that pedigree. His coaching tree is very good. Andy Reid, Peterson, Bieniemy. I mean, a lot of these guys have come from that Mike Holmgren West Coast tree. So, would that be one? I think it would be one that the Cowboys would consider. All right, especially if you're going by what Stephen Jones said, but you do have to take with a grain of salt what these Cowboys are saying. Yeah, they're saying that they would prefer an NFL type of coach with experience and this and that, but then they'll turn around and get a college guy. So take everything with a grain of salt moving forward from these Cowboys. They like to hide injuries. They're very vague. They don't tell the truth on a lot of things, talent-wise, free agency. They really don't reveal a lot. It's a lot of stuff that you gotta take with a grain of salt. All right. Now, if you're talking about the Allin Move, all the chips in the middle of the table, there's two coaches. All right, Bill Belichick and Sean Payton. All right. For Sean Payton, I did a video on this. What would it cost to trade for Sean Payton? Because you would have to trade for him. And the cost is very expensive. I'll have a link at the end of this video that will lay out and explain in detail what it would cost to acquire Sean Payton. All right. Bill Belichick, on the other hand here, it's cloudy as far as what the contract is. As far as I know, he is on a year-to-year contract with the Patriots. So, it's a little bit of a mystery there as far as what the contract is there with Belichick. Is he linked with Brady? If Brady stays, Belichick stays. All right. So, but if he stays and has an extension, that would require another trade. But if you're talking about the Allin Move of moves, those two coaches would be the targets. All right, and you'll know because if the Cowboys, we get to Black Monday, and if there's no immediate hire by the Cowboys, you're probably looking at somebody that is still in the hunt for the playoffs. All right. Could it be one of the assistants? All right. These assistants are not in my top 10, but guys to consider, like a Greg Roman. He's obviously the hottest name out there right now, Greg Roman. And then Josh McDaniels as well. And Eric Bieniemy is another one to really consider. So if we're talking about assistants, those three guys, Roman, McDaniels, Bieniemy, really stand off or pop off for me. But also, Bill Belichick or Sean Payton. So of the assistants, Belichick or Payton, if the Cowboys have not made a hire, because of teams still being in the playoffs, is because you can't talk to them, otherwise it's tampering. So that'll be a clue. Now, if we get to, Black Monday, Garrett, we don't re-sign him, and the position is open. You could come in here and have Urban Meyer announce as head coach. He announces his staff. Riley, Peterson, one of these guys, or one of these other coaches that are currently available. Rivera, McCarthy, Jim Harbaugh, these guys. All right. But if it goes longer than that, then we do know that it's going to be one of these coaches that's still in the hunt for the playoffs. In the comments, guys, let me know who you think the Cowboys will hire. All right, for number one. Number two, let me know who you guys will want the Cowboys to hire. Okay, it's two different things. All right, and maybe they match for both for you guys. But let me know. One, who do you think the Cowboys will hire? And two, who would you like the Cowboys to hire for head coach? Let me know in the comments, guys. Continue to like, subscribe, and share. I really do appreciate it, guys. I will catch you guys live for the post-Rams game. All right, let's see how that goes. Catch you for the next one, guys. Peace.